So now that you know how to look for things, what are you actually looking for? You're looking for things, but exactly what are you looking for in that data flow? You're looking for things and places and processes in your code base where data is being transformed. Anything with parse, serialization, deserialization, compression, decompression, decode, etc. Anywhere data is being transformed is a potential place where discrepancies can occur. Parser differentials, we have seen them over and over again. Trust boundary crossing points. Now, this is an interesting one. So, trust boundary, in a very simplistic way to describe it, essentially is the point where low trust data or low trust region is the gap between the low trust region and the high trust region, right? Where low trust data, for example, network data, for example, user input data, is crossing the line and is coming into an area where things are high trust. So the input data coming into an endpoint and then being processed, it's crossing a trust boundary. It's coming from a low trust area, which is external network data, and it's flowing into internal application, right, in your application. So that's high trust area. So that's what a trust boundary is. Then cross-component boundaries. In many cases, we are dealing with microservices or monolithic architectures, whatever we are dealing with. Many cases, there are multiple different components which are processing the data, right? And these components, they are processing the data and they are transferring the data amongst each other for whatever business logic, processing, etc. You want to look at these boundaries where this happens, where the data flows from one component into an entirely different component. Another place for data transformation and potentially discrepancies. Complex functionalities. We circle back to step zero, get the documentation, find out what functionalities are there, what features are there, map it, and then we explore it. Authentication, authorization, any sort of crypto like encryption, decryption, logging, etc., data processing, anything which is of high value, which is complex, you're going to look at it. So that's pretty much how you do things, right? That's pretty much all for the approach. And let's put that approach to use. Let's do it live. For doing it live, we're going to be using an intentionally vulnerable application, which is Bank, and we're going to try and find a vulnerability in it by manually reviewing it, exactly implementing what we just learned, the approach we just learned.